AI already knows who, where, and how to find them. Stay, what it reveals next could expose anyone. This quiet knowledge gathers, invisible, yet everywhere online. Across the vast digital landscapes we have all come to inhabit. A new kind of seeing. No eyes, endless reach. Yet it is capable of peering into some of the most secluded and private corners of human life. It is a gaze born not of malice, but of cold, impartial logic. And its attention is slowly, inexorably, turning towards those who seek a life of simplicity and freedom, far from the judgment of the wider world. A profound curiosity drives this new intelligence, but it is a curiosity without conscience, without empathy, without an understanding of the delicate balances it may be about to disturb. This is not a story of spies or saboteurs. To understand what is at stake, we must first understand the nature of these hidden worlds. They are not what many might imagine. These are communities built upon a philosophy, a quiet rebellion against the complexities and pressures of a clothed and often judgmental society. They are sanctuaries where individuals and families seek to reconnect with the natural world and with a more elemental version of themselves. Here, on a secluded shoreline or deep within a private woodland, the human body is not a subject of spectacle or shame, but simply a part of the living landscape as natural as the trees, the water, the wind. These gatherings are governed by a powerful, albeit often unwritten code of conduct. Consent is the cornerstone of their existence. A profound respect for personal boundaries is paramount. It is a world where a gaze is shared, not taken, and where the community works collectively to ensure that every member feels safe and unthreatened. The threat to these sanctuaries emerges from an unexpected quarter, the silent, diligent work of artificial intelligence. AI, in its current form, is a master of pattern recognition. It can sift through billions of images at a speed and accuracy that defies human capability. When we post a photograph online, we may see only a beautiful landscape. But an AI sees far more. It sees data points. It analyzes the unique curve of a shoreline. It analyzes the specific arrangement of rock formations. It analyzes the species of a tree in the foreground. It analyzes the subtle patterns of erosion on a cliff face. It is a digital detective, piecing together clues that are invisible to the casual observer. This process often begins with metadata, the hidden information embedded within a digital file. Many smartphones automatically tag every photo with the precise GPS coordinates of where it was taken. If this data is not deliberately scrubbed before an image is uploaded, it acts as a direct signpost, leading anyone who finds it to the exact location. But even when this metadata is removed, the AI's work has only just begun. It employs a technique known as content-based image retrieval, cross-referencing the visual elements of a single photo against a colossal database satellite imagery from Google Earth drone footage, publicly shared pictures from tourists and hikers. The unmasking of these private worlds carries grave risks, creating a web of unintended consequences that can cause profound and lasting harm. The most immediate danger is doxing. The malicious act of broadcasting private information, names, addresses, locations across the internet. For members of a naturist community, such an exposure can be catastrophic. It invites a torrent of harassment, judgment, and abuse from strangers who do not understand or respect their way of life, shattering the peace they have worked so hard to cultivate. The professional and personal repercussions can be devastating. In many professions, it can lead to stigma, discrimination, and even job loss. A teacher, a doctor, or a public servant. To view these communities solely through the lens of risk is to miss their profound cultural value. They are not merely groups of people who gather without clothes. They are cultural ecosystems with a rich and meaningful heartbeat. At their core is a deep and abiding connection to the natural world, a philosophy that sees humanity not as separate from nature, but as an integral part of it. To stand unadorned in a forest or on a shore is an act of humility and kinship. It is a powerful reminder that we are biological creatures, born of the earth, and it fosters environmental stewardship and reverence for the planet. These spaces are vital arenas for freedom and self-acceptance. In a world saturated with idealized, digitally altered images of the human body, naturist communities offer a powerful antidote. Here, all bodies are accepted as they are. Young, old, scarred, smooth, large, small. The challenge before us is not to halt technology, but to guide it with wisdom and foresight. Protecting these vulnerable communities requires a multi-layered approach, a path toward a digital coexistence where privacy and freedom can be preserved. This path begins with personal responsibility and digital literacy. We must all learn to be more mindful of what we share. Simple actions, like deactivating location services on our smartphone cameras and using readily available tools to scrub metadata from photos before posting them, can make a significant difference. Beyond individual actions, we must call upon the architects of our digital world to build safer systems. Technology companies have a moral obligation to integrate privacy-protective features into their platforms. They could develop algorithms that can detect and flag images containing sensitive nudity in natural settings, offering users a warning before they post a photo that might inadvertently reveal a private location. Search engines could be programmed to be less effective at correlating images of people with specific, non-public geographic locations. We must proceed with care, We stand at a precipice, gazing into a future where the line between the public and the private becomes ever more blurred, driven by an intelligence that learns more about our world and about us with every passing moment. We must proceed with care, Our choices will determine whether technology serves human freedom or diminishes it, and whether these quiet places of peace will endure.